Welcome back. We are back with Patrick Olson from Carfax, talking all things counterfeit airbags and other questions that you might have about your car. So we will start here. Will your car sensor come on your screen if something is wrong with your airbag? Like it would say, airbag safety or check or something like that.
Yes, in many cars, there's an airbag light. First of all, that goes off if they sense that there is some weight in your passenger seat that is lighter than what a typical adult would be. So there are concerns, and in many states, it's illegal to have someone under the age of, say, 12 in the front passenger seat. But many cars have sensors, and so if they sense that there's the potential for someone who is young and or light in that passenger seat, it will automatically not ignite that airbag, because it's possible that that young person's body would not be able to withstand the impact from the airbag. And there's a light typically in the center of the dash that will say passenger airbag on or off, depending on what it senses there. But if it senses other issues just generally with an airbag, then yes, it'll be an SRS light that illuminates on your dashboard. If you see that, take your car to mechanic as soon as you can and have them inspect the airbags. They'll be able to tell from the car's computers which airbag specifically needs that attention.
Absolutely. And someone asked here that they have their airbag light on after Takata replacement by a local dealer. Is there a warranty?
There's not a warranty, but if you had that airbag replaced because of the Takata recall, I would talk to your dealer. It strikes me as very likely that they would put in another replacement airbag for you. In the early days of the Takata recall, they had so few replacement airbags to go around that they actually used newer bad airbags to replace older and more dangerous bad airbags. So if you have a light on your dash for an airbag and you had a replacement for Takata, I would call your dealer, and then if you have to, call the manufacturer. But I would definitely ask them for a replacement airbag.
Okay. Is there any safer technology in the future to replace the airbag?
There's nothing on the horizon right now, but I know the goal for most automakers is they really intend for this new technology: automatic braking, frontal collision warning, blind spot warning, rear cross traffic alerts, all of these safety systems, lane departure warnings, all of these systems to really reduce crashes overall by making sure that you don't get in a crash in the first place, and so the airbag doesn't have to come off. Now, the one issue with that approach is when you think about these systems, some drivers think that these systems are there to make the car idiot-proof. But unfortunately, they can turn themselves into idiots by not paying enough attention to the road. They think the system will just save them from themselves, and instead you've got to remain, vigilant and pay attention and engaged with the road around you.
Okay, let's talk a little bit about tires. Why is it important to have them inflated correctly?
So there are some myths out there for drivers about tire inflation. Some say, well, if I have it underinflated by a couple of pounds per square inch, I'll have better grip on the road. There are other people out there who say, well, if I overinflate it, particularly in summertime, I'm going to get better fuel economy, better mileage. Both of these are wrong. When you think about cars, these are the 4 points on on your car that actually touch the road. So it's crucially important that they are running at optimal efficiency. So on the door jamb of your car, it will tell you, and in many cases now electronically on your gas gauge, dash gauge, it will tell you exactly how many pounds per square inch you should have on those tires. And it's important before every long trip, check it out. If you have to, get an air pressure meter and use that. But either way, make sure you have the right amount of pressure in those tires, because that will do the best to keep you and your family safe and avoid a blowout, which nobody wants to have on a hot summer day.
Yeah, if you can answer this one in about 30 seconds. A viewer is hearing that many car manufacturers are using tire repair kits instead of a spare tire. Can you talk a little about that?
This viewer is absolutely right. A lot of automakers are using where they give you an auto inflate and they want you to go to a nearby dealership or a mechanic to get it fixed quickly. So far, I've heard, but by and large, they work pretty well. And it saves, honestly, on your own gas economy, because you're not carrying the weight of that spare car in your tire. But it's very common now not to have a spare car in the spare tire in a new car.
All right. Anything else you'd like to add in about 10 seconds?
Just I know everyone's getting on the road. These summer weekends are great, but make sure you've got your first aid kit, your road flares. Make sure you've got the stuff you need to keep yourself safe, and take your time. Speed kills. Don't be a victim.
Yeah, that's so good. That's so good. Well, again, if you missed our conversation, you can find it on our website. WFMY News 2 at 6 is next.